for the best coverage of the Jazz, Utes, and Cougars is right here on The Zone. This is JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Been a fun show so far. Lots of Olympic talk, of course, with Sam Farnsworth last hour. And, that's a big event. It's cute.
It's cute.
It's a cute event that they're having over there in Europe.
In Milan.
But the big one. I'm so glad we don't have to say the big game when we're just talking about it. It's so annoying to hear all week long people calling it the big game because there's commercial stuff associated with it and they can't and blah, blah, blah. So
it's just
covering
the game, folks.
I know. Covering Super Bowl 60 for KSL 5 Television and also for us at KSL Sports. He is Jeremiah Jensen on the program with us. JJ, how'd the travels out to Northern California go for you, brother?
Oh, smooth so far, guys. Everything's coming together. And I'm just here to cover Bad Bunny.
Listen, I do expect, I know Milan is a big fashion place, but I'm looking forward to whatever wild outfit Bad Bunny's going to have tomorrow on during that halftime show. And you can't have an artist at halftime without having a little bit of controversy. That's half of the what you have to go by, the formula to win on those ratings. You think about Kendrick Lamar, you knew he was going to say some weird stuff, and he did, and it was phenomenal.
Weird or controversial?
Both. And and so there you go. You got a lot of it going on here, but we've kind of been talking all show, and you and I have talked about it this week. The Super Bowl feels like it lacks some luster here. Are we not giving it enough of its due?
The thing we're getting here is a great matchup, guys. Yeah, the star power, there's not a Tom Brady here. There's not a Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to have the celebrity interest in this Super Bowl. There's not going to be a Taylor Swift here watching her boyfriend play on the field, right? So that's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But I think, guys, we're getting a better on-field matchup. Remember, last year's game wasn't great.
Yeah.
So I think the Patriots and the Seahawks deserve to be here. They played great throughout the season, the regular season, and they got it done in the playoffs, and it wasn't easy as both teams had different circumstances they had to deal with, especially the Patriots playing in the snow in Denver. That was not an easy way to get here. So they've earned it. They've deserved to be here, and because we have two teams that are so closely match when you look on paper, when you look at the statistics and all the analytics, we should get a great football game on Sunday, which is what we really want, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know me as sports nerds over here. That's exactly what we're looking forward to. So playing on that, what should fans actually be paying attention to? Instead of all the spectacle of who's singing a national anthem or halftime shows or what Super Bowl commercials, as far as the actual game, what's the biggest matchup? What's the biggest thing that people should be paying attention to and wanting out of this? You said that the top tier matchup here, but why is that so exciting as far as X's and O's?
Well, there's so many great storylines. Let's start with Sam Darnold, a quarterback who was drafted by the Jets with a lot of hope and promise and a lot of expectation. And like every quarterback that goes to the Jets, it didn't work.
Right.
And everyone said, you're a bust, you suck, you're no good. And he just went along and found opportunities to stay in the league, took backup spots when a lot of guys drafted number 2 overall can't humble themselves to do that. And finally got the opportunity in Minnesota last year and played great. But they even cast him off, even though he won 14 games.
Right.
For him to come to Seattle this year and do what he's done, to win 14 games again, I think he's one of only 2 or 3 quarterbacks ever that have had back-to-back 14-win seasons as a starting quarterback. It's remarkable. And if Sam Darnold wins a Super Bowl this weekend, guys, he joins elite company. So I think if that happens, the way you talk about Sam Darnold changes. On the other side, you got a quarterback in Drake May, who's only in his second year and was in the MVP conversation. And to be a part of this Patriots turnaround, this rebuild that's taken place so quickly now in their 12th Super Bowl, when a lot of people thought the Patriots were going to take a back seat for a long time, has been pretty impressive. So those storylines, along with the actual matchup, there's a lot of interesting stats we can go over that may determine who wins this game. But you start with the quarterbacks, and right there, I think you have some intriguing storylines.
Aside from, the buzz that happens at these games, we kind of convince ourselves that, what the stories are going to be. Obviously, the Sam Darnold story is a big deal. a very, very close MVP race, which I was actually kind of shocked by, that Drake May gave a scare to the possibility of Matt Stafford winning that MVP, but Matt Stafford won it. But we were talking about that, and we were like, yeah, he got second in the MVP voting. But where is Drake May on the list of quarterbacks in the NFL if you were to put together a list of the top ones? Does that mean he's the second best quarterback in the league? It doesn't feel like it.
Probably not the second best quarterback in the league. I think he had the second best season for a quarterback, but to take that next leap, I mean, winning the Super Bowl would be a start, but you're going to have to do that over 2 or 3 seasons, I think. There's still a lot of great quarterbacks in this league. He's got to prove it more than one season that he's better than some of those names and some of those guys, but I think he's top 10, guys. Would you argue he's not top 10? Is he not among the top third of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
I guess I agree. Yeah. But because of how quickly the rise has been, it's like we aren't ready to put him on any list yet, because that's just the type of people we are. We like wait for you to do.
Well,
like,
I'm a
show me
Broncos
more.
fan, Alex, and I don't know where I put Bo Nix.
Yeah,
but he just led his team to the conference championship game and a number 1 seed in his second year. So there's some great young quarterbacks in this league, and Drake May's certainly one of them. Is he top 5 yet? I'm not sure I'm ready to go there, but top 10, absolutely.
I don't know if he's top 10. I mean, there's got some time. I think he's teetering top 10, though. But, his second year, what he's been able to do with this team, a lot of people are talking about the schedule and how that benefited them. But, for me, I think this is Super Bowl will always come down to the limiting mistakes, right? It's who never knows what mistakes in that first quarter is going to affect you in the fourth quarter. So, in the battle of the mics, how important is coaching going to be in this matchup?
Oh, it's going to be crucial. I think there's going to be a lot of decisions that have to be made in this game because I think it's going to be close. How do they manage their timeouts? How do they manage some of those situations? How many times do they go for it on 4th down in this game?
Right.
A lot of tough decisions are going to have to be made. And with the NFL the way it is now, you see a lot of teams going for it on 4th down. As a Broncos fan, I watched Sean Payton go for it on 4th down, and that was a crucial play in the conference championship game, and it didn't go the Broncos' way. One of the reasons why the Patriots are here. So those calls and those decisions are going to be massive in this game. Which coach has the edge? I think that Vrabel is that rah-rah culture guy in the locker room. McDonald seems more of the analytically gifted guy. I don't know. I guess maybe that'll play out in the Super Bowl. But if you're looking at those type of things, that's kind of how I see those two coaches. But I could be proven wrong in this game. It doesn't mean they can't do both.
Right.
But the culture that Vrabel's established, it feels like he's inspired that Patriots team to overachieve. Whereas I look on paper, and that Seahawks team just needed a system and a way of doing things and some tweaks with talent that allowed them to make a quick rebuild. I think you look at Pete Carroll, and while he had a great run in Seattle, it's pretty obvious with his time in the Raiders that it was probably time to hang it up as a coach. And so you bring in new blood and fresh blood, and you get a quarterback that can win games for you, and you draft a receiver like Jackson Smith and Jigba, and you build a defense like that, you can win games at a high level. So I think on paper the Seahawks are the better team. They have the better skill position players. So coaching will matter. Coaching will have a big role in this game.
Jeremiah Jensen, of course, in California, covering this Super Bowl 60 here. Of all the Super Bowls that you've covered, which was the one that had the most hype going into it?
The most hype? Oh, man. Probably that Patriots-Eagles game. The Patriots at that point, Brady was getting a little bit older, but still considered in his prime. It was Tom Brady and Gronk, and they had won that game against the Seahawks earlier. And I think I'm trying to remember the sequence of years. If that
is that
was,
the Nick Foles? Is that the Nick Foles? Is that the Nick Foles year?
Yeah. I covered the Nick Foles Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the year prior was that crappy. Yeah, the year prior was that crappy Rams game, like 13-3.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Patriots were the defending champion, and here was another chance to win another Super Bowl. And you had the Eagles, who had never won one before, but had a lot of good players on that team. Obviously you remember the quarterbacks, the Philly special, the Nick Foles. That's what that game will be remembered for, and the Eagles pulled off the upset and won a Super Bowl for the first time. So there was a lot of hype in that game because of Tom Brady. The last Super Bowl I covered was Rams-Bengals, and it was during COVID. It was weird. The Bengals obviously aren't a team that generates a lot of buzz, but that was a young Joe Burrow and a Bengals team that showed a lot of promise. And anytime LA is involved in anything, it makes a big deal. But I feel like that Patriots game was a big one with the Eagles, with the hype coming in with the Patriots and all the celebrity that was involved with that one. So, this is my fourth. I also covered the one that was also a Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl. And Alex, I don't want to go into more detail, but we all know how that ended.
Well, what's funny is that I don't know what I think we have like NFL Films up or something right now because it's
they're
showing
playing that game.
They're playing that game, and it's like, but every time they go in and out of the breaks, they just keep showing the Malcolm Butler play, and I'm like, man. Hey, so the I know. Listen, I get it. When it happened, what was crazy is I still can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I actually still cannot believe it. And I know a lot of Seattle fans feel that way. But we were going through the list of the Hall of Fame class for this year, and I was trying to figure out if we're okay with this list, how it ended up. And I'll bring it up here for you because and I was telling Sly too, I get a little bit over the guys showing up at the front door, knocking on the front door. Like, when they do it a couple of times, it's great. Now everybody's showing up, knocking on doors. Dan Fouts showed up to Drew Brees' house. I don't think he recognized him, to be honest. He was just like,
who the heck
how
is
you
this
doing?
guy?
No, deliveries around back. Like, if it wasn't wearing that gold jacket. No, but like, I love that these guys are making, I don't think people are, I don't know. I think it's funny that we limit it so much, but here's the class. Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, and the senior finalist was, of course, Roger Craig, who played all those years for the San Francisco 49ers, and he was part of that dynasty. And frankly, when they announced that he got in, I thought, oh, Roger Craig's not already in the Hall of Fame, but that's how it works. What are your thoughts on this year's Hall of Fame class?
I mean, it's a pretty solid class. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald was phenomenal. Sly doesn't have any sympathy, but it's a shame that Larry didn't get a Super Bowl ring. No. It took a phenomenal play by Santonio Holmes to pull that off. That was a great Super Bowl. One of my favorite Super Bowls to watch. But Larry Fitzgerald was an incredible receiver and deserves to be first ballot, as does Drew Brees. I mean, the stats speak for themselves.
Right.
A Super Bowl champion. I like Roger Craig as a veteran. When I was growing up, the 49ers were the dynasty. Yeah. And Roger Craig was an important part of that. Yeah. And he was solid for a long period of time there for more than a decade. So I think he deserves to get in that capacity. Obviously not being a first ballot guy, but being able to get in that way. I look at Bill Belichick not being in, guys, and I know that there's only so many guys they can vote in and all that kind of stuff. But how does the greatest coach of all time, how does somebody with 8 Super Bowl rings, with all the wins and everything he did, and you can love him or hate him, I don't care. You have to look at the accomplishments. How is he not in as a first ballot Hall of Fame coach? So that's the glaring omission for me. I didn't see a list of other snubs. I probably need to take a deeper look at that.
Eli Manning comes up a lot. Eli Manning comes up a lot because it was his second year to be able to get there. I think he'll get there, but it's just, that's one of the people wonder.
But he had the rings, guys, but do the stats make him a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Right.
Not even close. So I'm fine with him waiting. I know it's dumb. If you're a Hall of Famer, you are or not. Why do you wait? Well, you need to give these guys their moment, and you can't do 20 guys every year. And there's years where there's going to be more than others. So I understand why they do it the way they do. And I also understand the other side of why people get frustrated, why this guy's clearly a Hall of Famer. Like, I think Steve Smith's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
To localize it.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And Steve Smith isn't in yet. Mm-hmm. But why not? Well, he's going to have to wait his turn. But, like, Torrey Holt's not a Hall of Famer.
Okay, that's what I was going to bring up. I've got a list of snubs in front of me. You tell me if these are people. Just tell me if they'll end up making the
go through and I'll
the Hall
yes
of Fame here. So, Frank Gore.
He will make it someday.
I think so, too. L.C. Greenwood, that's one of the senior class people, played for the Steelers for a long time.
Steelers.
It's crazy he's not in yet, to be honest. Yeah. I remember the commercials when I was a kid.
Right.
Torrey Holt?
He's going to be. He should be a Hall of Famer, but
Eli Manning.
Eventually, yes, but I think he needs to wait.
Terrell Suggs.
Terrell Suggs, one of the best pass rushers and linebackers I remember, part of those Ravens teams. He's a Hall of Famer.
Always playing second fiddle to Ray Lewis on that defense, right?
And I don't know why, because if you ask people around the league, and Sly will tell you, like, that dude was a menace.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the reasons why they were so good. So I think he should get in. Eventually, yes.
Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne is still not in. All the catches he made everyone remembers, Marvin Harrison with the Colts and Peyton Manning, but Reggie Wayne put up massive numbers. He should get in eventually. I get why he's not, though.
Kevin Williams.
Eventually.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. You play defensive tackle. He was all pro 4 times.
For the Bills?
Nobody remembers
Minnesota,
or thinks about the
Seattle.
defensive tackles.
I know,
or the interior linemen, right?
especially when you play for Minnesota for 11 years of your career.
Right.
Right. You kind of get lost. Yep.
Jason Witten.
Yeah, I think he's a tight end.
Yeah, I think he'll be there.
Well, he just played for the Cowboys, so that sucks.
Darren Woodson.
I think he's being punished because he didn't win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys. And
For
that
sure.
whole group, Tony Romo, all those Cowboys underachieved. So I think that's why he has to wait.
And then Darren Woodson, also snubbed this year.
Darren Woodson needs to be in, and maybe next year's that year.
Yeah.
Darren Woodson's a Hall of Famer.
He had a 12-year career, and it was one of the best that we've seen a defensive back in Cowboy history.
And he won Super Bowls with those great Cowboys teams. He's got to be in.
Okay. Hold on. Let's take a quick break here. I've got some more Super Bowl questions, JJ. You cool to stick around for a minute here after we get back from the break?
Yeah, you bet.
All right, let's take another break. We'll come back. We'll dip in with our own Jeremiah Jensen, who's there in Santa Clara. It's a thrown together last-minute Super Bowl roundtable with a guy who played in the Super Bowl, a guy who's covering the Super Bowl, and a guy who eats a lot of food during the Super Bowl. So I think we got it all covered. All right,
easy on the wings there,
We'll take
Alex.
a quick break. We'll come back. More to go. 97.5 The Kiss. Wait, before I get out, I got to tell you, I got to remind you, this portion of the show brought to you by Trajan Wealth, TRAJAN Wealth.com. TrajanWealth.com for all your trusted local needs in retirement. Now we can get out. 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone.
All the latest news and notes from the league and the locals in the NFL. JJ and Alex bring you the NFL Blitz on 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you being with us on the program. JJ and Alex, 97.5 The KSL Sports Zone. We're JJ-less. We are Alex Napa-less. Christian Esparza spinning the hits over here for us today. Christian, we appreciate your help today, man. As always, phenomenal job.
And you know what? We're not JJ-less.
Oh, that's right. I'm just saying in the flesh. You know what I mean? We're getting virtual. We're getting AI JJ. I'm hearing that this isn't even the real JJ. He set up a phone and walked away. AI learned about his attitudes, and then this is what we're getting is AI JJ. Does that sound right, AI JJ?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's better AI JJ than JJ in the flesh. You don't want to see my flesh, trust me.
Very articulate AI.
It's that music, of course, is our NFL Blitz. No better time to have it than with somebody who's there in Santa Clara covering Super Bowl 60. I've got one for you here because this one, I think will be a good one for us. We talked about people who were snubbed this year for the Hall of Fame. I'm going to roll out people who are on this year's award winners at the last night's NFL top honors banquet that they have. It's like your high school banquet. You know, you have some food and then you get your letter jacket and then you walk off the stage. It's cool. So the 15th annual NFL honors ceremony. So I'm going to name guys and then you tell me if they are going to be Hall of Famers. Okay. So the AP most valuable player in this order went Matthew Stafford. Yes or no?
Yes.
Hall of Famer.
Josh
100%.
Allen. Or no, sorry, Drake May.
On his way.
Drake May first. Drake May first.
Way too early.
Very early.
Way too early.
Very early. Josh Allen on his way, you think? Okay.
On his way.
Trevor Lawrence also receiving a lot of votes.
Too early.
I'm just going to go hard no. I don't think he's going to make it.
I wouldn't say
His
hard
hair
no.
is Hall of Fame hair, though.
Hall of Fame hair. They'll cut it off and put it in Canton.
Sunshine hair. Wait till he cuts it off.
They'll cut it off and
put
put
his
it in
hair in the
Canton.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah. They have that big tall guy come in and go, Trevor, can I have a word with your hair? Not you. I need to talk to your hair. Christian McCaffrey.
I think he's going to be, yes.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're guessing into the future, but some of these guys I look at and I go, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Whatever. How about coaches? Mike Vrabel.
As a coach?
Way too early.
I know. I'm making you guys project.
I don't know if it's way too early to project
Oh,
that.
yes, it is.
He's had some great years. He went to AFC Championships. in Tennessee.
AP Coach of the Year twice. AFC Coach of the Year
He gets a
twice.
Super Bowl ring this
But
year.
also fired for being at Tennessee and not doing well. So
who
that's
hasn't
a
been
strike
fired?
against you. All right, how
It's
about
a lot more difficult to get in as a coach than it is a player.
I agree.
Honestly. You have to stand out a lot more. You got to win championships.
Okay, I've got a handful of young guys. You can only pick one to make it to the Hall of Fame. Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, or Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald.
He's on his way, man. And what did you call him? Like Robo McDonald?
If you asked ChatGPT to make a head coach, he would come out. You could churn him out with some kind of AI generator.
He'd be 3D printed in your house.
He just looks like a robot coach, but he's good. He's really, really good.
All right, Offensive Players of the Year candidates. Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Do I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I'm asking you to project. Don't say
Yes.
too early. You guys say yes or no. Okay. Drake May.
Yes. Yes.
Christian McCaffrey. You already said yes, right?
Yes.
How about Puka Nacua?
Yes.
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Defensive Player of the Year nominees. Who's going to the Hall of Fame? Myles Garrett?
First ballot.
Myles
yeah.
Garrett. First ballot.
First ballot. Will Anderson, Houston.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the way. I'll say
He'll
yes.
be there too, yeah. Oh, this one, I think you need to recuse yourself off of this one. Nick Bonito.
Nick Bonito, that's a tough one. Had a great start with the Broncos. There's got to be more longevity, and I can't put him in the category of a Myles Garrett. So I'm saying this as a Broncos fan. I have no idea. I guess I'd probably say no because he's still got a long way to go.
Okay, how about Micah Parsons? Michael.
No.
What? Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm worried about this injury. I don't think he's done enough before the injury. We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't. He hasn't done enough to this point. And what is he going to do after this? You're asking me a yes or no right now in their career. I would have to say no.
Okay, this is an even tougher category. The Offensive Rookie of the Year candidates. You got to really project here. Ted McMillan, he was your winner of it.
No.
It's how wide receivers got to do a lot, man.
I don't trust him long term.
Also on the nominee list, I don't know if he was there. He must have been at the party if he got invited. If he got an invite, you got to be there. Jackson Dart.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. I'm going to say no. I think he's going to have a great NFL career, but to be the elite quarterbacks, he's going to have to put up some massive passing numbers, and we haven't seen that yet from him.
I think if he goes to a different team, these being in New York boroughs just sucks. So
It's tough.
if he goes to a different team, gets a good coach,
Become the next Sam Darnold. Get a reset somewhere else.
right?
Trevion Henderson.
Well, I like
That's
that.
early. That's
you're
early,
right.
too.
I think he's
Big-time
going to be a New
projection.
England staple.
Yeah, but you know what? Freaking running back. I'm just going to not put
He's
any
going to
running
be on
backs.
a really good team for a long time.
Okay.
No, I didn't see enough this year to say that.
Yeah, and I think that running backs now, they have to do so much more to like turn the eyes. It used to just
You have
be
to
there's
have
no Terrell
A,
Davises.
longevity, and B, massive numbers.
yes.
And especially right after the gate, because your shelf life as a running back is very short.
Right, and
so he didn't have that 1,000-yard breakout
Yeah.
season his rookie year. He's behind the 8 ball.
Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Carson Schweisinger got the win for the Cleveland Browns. They had a lot of guys winning awards for not actually winning very many games this year.
Yeah, really, seriously. I'm going to say no.
Abdul Carter, Giants. I'm going to say yes on that.
Oh, man,
that guy's
he's a
going to be
beast.
insane.
Pass rushers, you have a chance to rack up a lot of sacks,
Yes.
and you get that notoriety. I'm going to say no, but I'm probably going to be wrong.
James Pierce Jr., Atlanta Falcons. Not enough.
No.
Comeback Player of the Year. Christian McCaffrey. He's a Hall of Famer. Come on.
We said
Yeah, we've already discussed him.
Stephon Diggs.
That's a hard one.
That's a
We've got
tough
a
one.
body of work, right, guys?
Yeah, he does have
And
a
up
body
until
of
this
work.
point, he had more passing yards and touchdowns in the postseason than any player that had not reached the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And now he's finally there. He's had a lot of success with 3 different teams now at a high level. He's kind of like that. We had that discussion about Torrey Holt and Reggie Wayne and Steve Smith. It's really hard to get in as a receiver. I'm going to say no.
What? All right, so do you think here's a snub?
Does the
Possibly.
does the pink cocaine make a difference in this deal? Is that what's going on?
Strangulation of the pink cocaine. What about Antonio Brown? Does Antonio Brown no Super Bowl wins?
AB.
Oh yeah, he does. He got a Super Bowl win in Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna go.
Does he?
He's eligible next year.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
I'm gonna say
eligible next year.
You're gonna see the Hall of Famer. You're gonna see the Hall of Fame writers. If they're gonna leave somebody out, it's gonna be AB.
I mean, I'd leave him
I
out
think
just
his
so
off
he
the
doesn't
field
make a
stuff's
speech.
going to keep him out, guys.
It's going to keep him out. He's going to be, because the writers don't want to feature a guy who's been a terrible person post career.
Needs to get extradited from countries.
Yeah, I was going to say facing possible murder charges. I think right now, allegedly. And let me see here. Oh, Dak Prescott. Ooh,
He's got
That's
great numbers.
he has amazing numbers. He leads the league every
Great
freaking
numbers, no postseason success.
He's the next
You
Tony
can't
Romo.
Romo.
Matt Ryan. You can't dock Eli Manning because of. I mean, there's flaws with Dak. There's too many flaws. I'm going to say maybe later on, like a long time down the road, unless something changes with postseason success.
Okay, Penei Sewell.
He will be at a Hall of Fame. Yes,
Absolutely.
no doubt.
Now, the Walter Payton Man of the Year award goes to your very own Bob Wagner. That guy is there somebody who could get in earlier than a first ballot? Because it would be him.
Bobby Wagner is a Hall of Fame lock, and I will be shocked if it's not first ballot.
Yeah. How about Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
First ballot Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
yes. You can argue he's the greatest tight end of all time.
Yes. How about this one after it's all said and done? Because he was the Walter Payton Man of the Year for his team. Garrett Bowles, your guy.
Oof.
Garrett Bowles is interesting. I think Garrett Bowles is going to make the Broncos Ring of Honor. He only has one, maybe two Pro Bowl nods. I don't know if it's enough to get in the Hall of Fame.
Let me see here. Derrick Henry.
Yes.
Hall of Famer, might be a first ballot lock.
Okay. All right. There you go. JJ, what are you looking forward to most with this game on Sunday, man? And don't say
I'm looking
being done, the live shot being done, so you can pack up and head back. Don't say that. You can't say
Outside
that.
of that part of it, I'm not going to let my work get in the way of enjoying this.
There you go.
And I'm going to enjoy it. I think it's a great matchup. I think we're going to get a really good competitive game. So an interesting stat before I go. The Patriots led the league in explosive play percentage on offense, and the Seahawks led the league in explosive play percentage on defense. And what that is having 20-yard plus explosive plays on offense or allowing them on defense. And so we're basically getting the most explosive offense versus the defense that does the best job against explosive offenses. Which gives here? Which is going to give? I think it's going to be the Seahawks defense that gets it done.
Oh, wow.
And I think the Seahawks are going to be celebrating a Super Bowl.
Am I the only one on the
Alex,
Patriots train?
you don't want me to say that because you think I'm going to jinx it, but I think the Seahawks get a win.
Sly is full on an AFC honk. That's what he's doing.
I've talked to JJ about this on Sunday nights. I don't know. There's a lot of things, of course, the Super Bowl, and you get top tier matchups against top tier teams like this. Like, JJ, you put number ones versus number twos and number ones in certain things, you're going to get a great matchup. And so I think this is all going to come down to experience and Vrabel, who's been a part of many Super Bowls and who's the nutcase himself about all this stuff. And this is his moment for me. And so I got the Patriots in this one. But, JJ, finish this statement for me. This Super Bowl is legendary if
Sam Darnold gets his Super Bowl victory. Because it's such a great storyline.
Make him the
MVP. Great finish.
Make him the MVP too. Make him the MVP too. Really?
Sam Darnold's the MVP. It's one of those storybooks like that. That's why we watch the games, is to see somebody like that get that moment. So that would make it legendary. And if obviously you got to have a great moment or a great finish to become legendary in that game. So I think Sam Darnold is that guy to watch, and I think he can get it done.
I think
he got it done against the Rams. The Rams were a really tough game to win.
It was.
and he made it happen. He took care of the football in that game.
Dang muff punts. I think this Super Bowl is legendary if pink cocaine is dropped
Oh, my.
on the midfield line. On a route.
Well, if the Patriots win, you know there's going to be plenty of that.
Wow. Wow.
Where are you going after the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I was going to say, come
Not
on.
Disneyland.
I'm not invited.
I'm going to Miami.
Good.
What did Von Miller say? I'm going to strip joint.
Oh, my gosh. That works for Diggs, man. All right. JJ, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Thanks,
Have fun
brother.
covering this one, and we'll catch you back in Salt Lake when you get here. I know you're going to be, I think, en route on Monday. We're going to have a short show anyway. So
Yeah, we'll do this again on Monday afternoon. So we'll have a lot to talk about on Monday.
yeah. All right. Jeremiah Jensen, thanks,
National
brother.
Pizza Day, JJ.
We'll talk to you again, man.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy the weekend.
We'll do. There you go. Oh, JJ's the guy who likes the pizza, man.
Yeah.
I will do. I mean, look, I'm never going to discriminate against the pizza. But Monday is National Pizza Day. It's weird you do it the day after the Super Bowl. I think it's just like it's close enough to the Super Bowl because everybody who orders pizza
I think
on.
it's just on a day. Super Bowl changes.
I know, but you can't have it that close to the Super Bowl
Just
and then
move
pretend
it. Just
like,
move it a day.
oh, wait a minute.
It's a man-made holiday anyway.
Man-made. Oh, you mean it's not natural? The stars didn't give us National Pizza Day?
No, they did not.
Thank you.
The Aztecs didn't either.
They were like, oh, the lineup. The dog days of summer, and then you got the pizza days of winter. That's what you have. That's what the constellations gave us. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll put a button on this hour. We've got much more to go, so stay here. 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.
Wrapping up the hour with our picks for the best and worst moments on today's show. As JJ and Alex want to hear your best and worst of the day.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5 KSL Sports Zone. I've got a couple funny things that happened over. So did you see Cam Scadaboo talking S to Shedeur Sanders?
S.
Fill in the blank.
Smack? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Got you.
So they're like filming this thing for whatever, the Pro Bowl and Super Bowl week, all of it kind of wound up together. And they're kind of on like other side of the set. It feels a lot like, if you go look it up, it feels a lot like the reality shows when they all get together of the reunion, like whatever reunions there are, and they're like, and you told him, and I actually
know
said
so much about these
and you
reunions.
sense that, and you know that since I left the house, I've been in rehab twice, like that, and they'd be like, "You disrespecting me," but they're yelling across the studio, like down a couple rows. You know what I'm saying? You've seen this play out.
I have not.
And Cam, don't act like that. Cam Scadaboo is like yelling at Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is like, "I don't even know who you are, dude. Sit down." He goes, "You were drafted in the 5th round, dude. That's broke."
Oh, I love
He
that.
goes, "You're broke." This is
love
Cam
that.
Wait,
Wait, when was Scadaboo drafted?
It's
It was like
second
or
round,
third,
yeah.
right?
He was
Yeah,
third
pretty
round.
high.
Yeah.
For a guy who looks like he would be doing doing your concrete for your pool, Scadaboo was drafted high, man. So, and they're talking trash like at one another, and he goes, "Hey, dude, you were drafted in the 5th round. You're broke." That's what he said.
I don't know about the broke thing, but
I don't either.
It's just the contract situation is different besides
Obviously.
Shedeur's
Wait.
endorsement deals.
Scadaboo was drafted in the 4th round.
I don't know. Listen, you had one round on him. That's why he felt good about it.
It's higher than Shedeur's. That's all that matters. When you talking smack, that's all that matters.
When were you drafted? 5th round? Oh, dude, that
You
was
suck.
Jeez,
that was so long ago.
That was 37 minutes ago, dude. Why would you do?
Oh,
why
wow,
would you
you're a
put
third
stock in that?
dare? You're a third dare? Oh, that's crazy.
I just think it was funny that they're going through. Okay, the other best that I saw, staying in that vein, and he was dead serious about it. I felt bad for this kid. I'm gonna probably call him kid the rest of his life. But Jackson Dart was asked about the Offensive Rookie of the Year voting. Did you see this? And he goes, and he's like, he's downtrodden when they're asking him about it, okay? Because he had an outfit on. He was ready to, I don't know if he's ready to walk up on stage, but he wore an outfit. And they asked him about it, and do you guys know how many votes he got for Offensive Rookie of the Year?
8.
1. Right. So he got 1, and they said, "What do you think about that?" He goes, "I feel like I was just massively disrespected by all these voters. I just got disrespected. And I was like, I love this because whether or not he actually thinks that or not, saying it out loud and getting yourself out there, creating the chip on the shoulder is what every great quarterback and really any great competitor has ever done in the game. Now, I will never compare Jackson Dart to the best competitors in the game yet, but I will say take a page out of the Michael Jordan book of slights. The Tom Brady
high school benching to not get an offensive rookie of the year?
Right. Out of the Tom Brady school of go ahead and underestimate me. You know what I mean? Like they go this route. People don't necessarily like people inflated Michael Jordan's and Michael Jordan had to invent things too. Like, oh man, those guys slighted me. Now, the good news about Jordan was he lived in an era when Isaiah Thomas was playing in the league when he was, and Isaiah Thomas thought that he was honestly the best person that's ever been born on planet Earth. So he always had Isaiah Thomas getting in his ear saying, I'm actually the best, and Michael Jordan's like, I am going after this dude. But Jackson Dart felt disrespected when he was not just not named the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think anybody thought that was in the cards. But
I want to know who told him to go.
The one vote to go.
You got one vote, but like you get understanding. Like you have an opportunity to win this. Like it's not as far out, but you got one vote, and somebody told you to go. I think going is one thing.
It's like the Oscars. They know there are a lot of people who are not going to get close to winning that Oscar who are in the nominee list.
Tetsuo McMillan had 1,100 yards.
I know. I don't think he knew he had a shot. I don't think he had a shot, but he just. I think he's creating this. You know what I mean? All right.
Here's the thing. I created a lot of stuff. I mean, you saw Waterboy, right?
Perceived slights. Perceived slights. I'm gonna make it up in my head so that I have an edge to go after.
Hey man, Waterboy was classic, and that's exactly what football players do.
I'll take a break. We'll come back. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.